Almost done. Wednesday, 12/9/19. Day 29, last week, IT Essentials. We talked about IT professionalism. Talked about taking the practice exam. Students need to check, see if there's any other assessments they need to complete. And then we worked a good share of the class on the skills assessment, and I talked about some adjustments to make to that. This was a little review from I think the very first day we talked about information, communications, and technology. So the students have learned, we've talked a lot about data. Software and hardware turn data into some type of information. Then we have networks that allow us to share that all over the world. And how do we do it? With technology, whether it's hardware, software, or people that make that work. Nowadays, no different than many years back, everything needs to be secured. This data is becoming so valuable that we need to have some way to secure it. And we talked about security, data integrity, confidentiality, and data availability, and all those steps to do that. And that data needs to be secured while it's moving, while it's stored, or being processed. The chapter on professionalism has a lot to do with people. People communicating with people, communications, whether it's written or oral. This whole idea of face-to-face communications, and you can't teach that right away, but something students can work on. Know the person you're talking to, be an active listener, try to understand their problems and where they're trying to go. And the curriculum does a nice job of stepping through that. We talked about the issues with the change process, and we talked about policy. And policy can have built into it ethical and legal issues. We talked about what's right or wrong, what's true or false. And the students did a little bit of research, and then I brought up some stuff from Santa Cruz University there. And the last thing we mentioned, call centers, a little bit about how they function. So students need to take the practice final and study for the final. Next Wednesday, we'll be out of school next week. Next Wednesday we'll review some key things. They can take the final, and if they want to work a little bit more, I hope to give them back an update on their skills-based work. And if they still want to do some things with that, they'll be able to. That's it.